Welcome into the first 9 games of Houston Astros Fantasy Draft, and it is opening day, April 5th, 2010, and for the Astros, technically, opening night because this game's starting at around 7:05 Central Time. It's going to be Zack Greinke going up against Justin Verlander. The Astros are at Minute Maid Park to kick off this brand new era fantasy draft here, and what a season it's going to be. Opening day, opening night, whatever you want to call it, in the Astros in those uniforms. Maybe Astros fans can tell me if they like them or not. I love the Houston Astros red, gold, and black uniforms. I wish they had never changed to orange and blue, but maybe there's Astros fans that like the orange and blue change. Me, not an Astros fan, but I like these uniforms a whole lot better. Here's your lineup for the San Francisco Giants in this fantasy draft. You see Josh Hamilton, you got Adrian Gonzalez, so they got a pretty stacked lineup themselves. So we'll take you through the first inning here, this 3-game series between the Giants and the Astros. It's Ricky Weeks up to the plate. First pitch of the game, and it's going to be lined to the right fielder, Nick Swisher, who scoops it up, tosses it to Ryan Howard, and that's going to be a base hit. So no hitter for Mr. Verlander. There's now one out, a 2-2 count, and Verlander paints the corner and will get Morales out looking. Yes. We'll take a look at some of the dominant pitches there from Justin Verlander, and he bounces back. Now it's Josh Hamilton. First pitch here of the at-bat. Hamilton lines it out to Mike Lowell. He tosses it to Ryan Howard. That's an out. Verlander's out of the inning, and we got an achievement through 3 consecutive max pitches. Hey, there you go. Bottom of the first now, Zack Greinke on the mound, and he's going to be going up against Ichiro Suzuki. 0-1 is the count, and that's what you like from your leadoff man. Ichiro is very reliable. He might not be a power hitter, might not blast those home runs, but he gets you on base. So we got a runner on first. Mark DeRosa is up, and that's going to be out to the outfield. DeRosa will stay at first. Ichiro goes to third. DeRosa might have been able to challenge and go to second, but the base coach decided to keep him there, and Ryan Howard, no outs. Runners on the corner. This is what you want, but Ryan Howard swings through a high pitch and will go down. Jorge Posada, the catcher, is up now. 0-2 is the count, and Posada swings on one outside the zone, much like Howard did. He goes down. Can Nick Swisher cash in on the RBI chance? That one was in the zone, but Swisher swings through it, and with runners on the corners, Zack Greinke gets 3 consecutive strikeouts to escape the inning. We are now at the top of the third, and Justin Verlander continuing to do his thing. It's a 0-0 ball game. Both pitchers are pitching absolute gems at this point. Greinke and Verlander, pitchers duel as expected here on opening day. The sun has now set at Minute Maid Park. You see the night sky, and Ichiro is going to go ahead and get runners on the corners once again for the Houston Astros with that single. So Ichiro 2 for 2 today, and that's why you spend an early draft pick on a guy like Ichiro. Very reliable. It's now Mark DeRosa's opportunity. RBI chance. Is that going to be enough for a sacrifice fly? No, it will not. That'll keep the runner at bay. So 1 out now, and Ryan Howard, a chance at redemption once again. Runners on the corners. The big man. This is why you spent your second-round draft pick on a player like Ryan Howard. He gets it through. Ichiro will challenge for third. Ryan Howard with an RBI, and the Houston Astros are up 1-0 on the San Francisco Giants. Swisher had an RBI opportunity. He'll swing through it, and we go to the top of the 5th. 2 outs. Houston Astros up 1-0, and Justin Verlander's pitch is out of here. Kendra Morales with the first home run of the year. Houston Astro fans thought the first home run at Minute Maid Park might have come from an Astro. It came from Morales. First home run of the year in Minute Maid Ballpark, bounces off that awkward left field wall, and we're all tied up 1-1. A chance for Ryan Howard to try to do some damage again. He will fly out to center, and we are out of that one. We go to the top of the sixth, still tied up at 1-1, and Verlander strikes him out. So aside from giving up that home run, Verlander has continued to pitch well, as has Zach Greinke in this game. But that shot is going to go down the first baseline for a single. Verlander just letting that one get away. Ricky Weeks is up 2 for 3 tonight, had a flyout. And we're going to start warming up Mariano Rivera because we're getting late now in the ball game, top 7th, and we're hoping that Rivera can come close this one out. Justin Verlander starting to lose a little bit. That one goes to center field. Ichiro throws it to the catcher. It's going to be late, and the San Francisco Giants, oh, wait a minute, no. The runner will retreat back. How about that? The runner retreats back, and I'm not sure that he knew the runner retreated back because the pitch is thrown to first rather than home plate to get the runner out, and the runner will be safe at home. So a lot of confusion right now by the Houston Astros, thinking that that runner had already scored when really he didn't. So big mistake there by the Astros. Giants are up 2-1, and one of the greatest closers, in fact, the greatest closer, a lot of people say, in MLB history, Mariano Rivera, into the game, gets a couple of strikeouts, bottom 8th, and Mark DeRosa's got to try to lead his Houston Astros back. A lot of people, oh, this could be it. Is that going to be? No, it's going to go foul. There was your game-tying home run, and DeRosa can't keep it in play. It's a full count. DeRosa, though, takes the ball and will be walked. Dominant hitting team, and a lot of people expected more than just one run, especially out of this man. Ryan Howard has the RBI that gave the Astros the one run. Ryan Howard hits that one off the top of the bat. Could this be an RBI chance? Runners going. DeRosa's on third. Howard is on second. And the Houston Astros are one swing away from tying this one up. Here comes Posada. He has struck out 3 times today. Posada will ground that one. It's going to go home. And why? Why did the third base coach send DeRosa? I did not do that. I did not hit any buttons to send DeRosa. The third base coach sends DeRosa on the hit and run. DeRosa goes out easily. Huge mistake. And there went our game-tying run because of the blunder by the third base coach. Bottom 9th, out, and game over. Morales comes in, gets an out, and that's going to be the ball game. 0-1, Astros lose on opening day to the San Francisco Giants. Here's a quick look at the box score. Just 1 run on 9 hits. Astros stranding a lot, as did the San Francisco Giants. Justin Verlander, 6 strikeouts. Zach Greinke, 7 strikeouts. He takes the win. Verlander gets the loss. That shows you how dominant both pitchers were in that ball game. Up next, the player we acquired in the trade from the Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Webb, going up against John Lackey in game number 2 of this series. It's another 7:05 start time Central. And I still don't understand for the life of me why the Tampa Bay Rays wanted to trade away Brandon Webb in spring training, but that's what they did. And here comes Brandon Webb with he's actually kind of in a jam right now, but he will pitch out of it. Double play ball, and Brandon Webb will survive. Gave up 2 hits in the first inning, so maybe it was something the Tampa Bay Rays saw that they did not like. John Lackey pitching game number 2 for the San Francisco Giants, trying to make them 2-0 on the year, and scoring opportunity for the Astros. Once again, stranding runners. They are going to get out of it, or the Giants. 2 hits also given up in that inning by Lackey. So we move forward to the bottom of the second. Nick Swisher in the ball game. He will line that one past the first baseman, and Swisher is on board with a base hit. Mike Lowell is up. He's got no outs. He's got an 0-1 count. He's got a pitch right down the middle. He blasted to the same spot that Swisher did, and we got runners on first base. We got runners on second base. Guess who comes up now? It's Craig Counsell, our second baseman. He's got one out. He's got an 0-1 count. There it is in the zone. And once again, hitting it to that spot. This time, though, it does not squeak through. It's going to get Lowell out, Counsell, but that pushes the runners across. Brandon Webb is up and takes the first pitch he sees to the outfield. Both runners are going to come in. Brandon Webb sticks at first, and Brandon Webb has a 2 RBI hit. Wow, how about helping out your own cause if you're Brandon Webb? Drills that one to center field, a 2 RBI hit for the pitcher Brandon Webb, and the Tampa Bay Rays starting to wonder now, why do we get rid of him? I guess he wouldn't have ever batted for him, being an AL team, but comes through in a big way, does Brandon Webb. Top 4, and Brandon Webb is going to get that pitch to go to Counsell over to Ryan Howard for an out. Webb has given up just 4 hits compared to the 9 hits that John Lackey has given up. So Webb is up again, and Brandon Webb gets another hit. So Brandon Webb, 2 for 2 today, 2 RBI, looking like the all-star of this team. Ichiro is up next. Astros, 2-0 lead over the San Francisco Giants. To see what John Lackey has done today. The 41 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th, and he will drill Ichiro. That seems kind of unnecessary, almost like he did it on purpose, frustrated with Brandon Webb, because that was the first pitch, and he drilled Ichiro, not showing any signs of a lack of command, so that just seemed like he did that on purpose. There's got to be a receipt for that coming up later on in this series. So double play ball gets 2 guys out, but with a runner on third, here comes Ryan Howard with an opportunity to do some damage. He takes a high pitch, going back to the wall, and it's not going to be a home run. It bounces off the top. Ryan Howard thought it was gone. He holds up at second. Let's take a look at the replay. Did Ryan Howard get robbed here? It's got to go over the yellow line. It's such an awkward left field alignment at Minute Maid Park, and it looks like it just dropped. It has to hit something above that yellow line. It does not. It hits right there, just below the line. And Ryan Howard is robbed of a home run. We go top 6, 2 outs, runner on first. Brandon Webb goes low with the slider, or with the sinker, so we're going to show you some of what Brandon Webb is doing. That hit is going to go back. It bounces off the left field wall. DeRosa throws that one in. Runners on the corners now for Webb with 2 outs and the top of the 6th. Juan Rivera, left fielder, is coming up now. And that one is going to go back. RBI chance. Nick Swisher makes the catch on the warning track in right field to save Brandon Webb and continue this shutout. So Giant batter's been held down in this ball game. Just 2 runs on the series so far. Bottom 7th, Ryan Howard is not going to be denied this time. He was robbed earlier, but Ryan Howard makes sure it's out of here this time. 425 feet, and the first Astro to hit a home run this season at Minute Maid Park. It's Ryan Howard. He does it on a relief pitcher, and let's take a look at the replay. All 425 feet of that shot. Almost, I think it went over the stadium. I think that's out of here and into the parking lot. Gone. What a blast from Ryan Howard. Top 9th. Brandon Webb will get 1 out. So Webb is 2 outs away from pitching a complete game shutout here for the Houston Astros. He will let that one fly out to center field. Ichiro scoops it up, will throw it in to the second baseman. And now we can start getting worried just a little bit. We got runners on second and first. It's top 9th. It's 1 out. Opportunity for a double play ball, though, for Brandon Webb. Is this going to be a double play? Oh, Ryan Howard decides, let's just play it safe, get at least 1 out at first, not try to risk it on the double play, because that was kind of an awkward hit. Quintero is up, 1 out away from a complete game shutout. Oh, Nick Swisher runs in there, makes the catch, running with all he had, and it's a 9-hit complete game shutout by Brandon Webb. Tampa Bay Rays, thank you for Brandon Webb. He goes complete game here in Game 2 of the series, pitches a shutout, and not only that, but check out his batting. Brandon Webb, 2 of 4, 2 RBI, and a run. Brandon Webb, 8 strikeouts, dominant, not only pitching, but also batting. Again, thank you very much to the Tampa Bay Rays for not wanting Brandon Webb. So it's the rubber match now of the series. Aaron Cook going up against Andy Pettitte. It's Game 3. Astros, Giants, again, 7:05 start time. Both teams are 1-1. It's Game 3, and this is for the series. Astros going with their red alternates. Andy Pettitte is up on the hill. Can he pitch a gem? And there's been 2 good ones so far, as we have seen Mr. Justin Verlander and Brandon Webb dominate. Andy Pettitte, can he step into those shoes and dominate as well? Well, top of the first, very first pitch of the ball game is going to be hit to right field. Nick Swisher is back. He will jump for it, but Ricky Weeks sends it out of here. 341 feet, and the first pitch that Andy Pettitte throws is gone. Home run. Wow. That is not what Andy Pettitte thought was going to happen. 3-1 count for the next batter, and he will walk him. So Pettitte is struggling. Home run and a walk in the first 2 at-bats. Now it's time for Josh Hamilton to come up. 3-2 is the count. Wrong button gets pressed here, and Josh Hamilton will be intentionally walked. Hey, did not mean to do that, but that's accidentally what happened. So Juan Rivera with a huge RBI opportunity. Does he lay down a bunt and move across the runners? No. He sends it back. Rivera sends it back. Home run. Juan Rivera, 399 feet. Andy Pettitte has given up 2 home runs, and it's 4-0 in the first inning. The best that this Giants offense has looked through this whole series. And Pettitte cannot believe what has happened. Frustrating. Astro fans not happy. Manager coming out. Gonna have a word right now. Gonna have a mound visit. There's just 1 out, and look at this. There is action in the bullpen. Andy Pettitte, a nightmarish first start. Finally, he's gonna get a second out. Lowell gets it over to Ryan Howard, so 2 outs. Still in the first. Alberto Gonzalez, shortstop, is up. Craig Counsell will field that one. It's going to be out, and Pettitte gets out of the inning, but not before a whole lot of damage is done. That was an ugly one. It's 4-0 for the San Francisco Giants over the Houston Astros. So moving forward, offense for Houston not getting much done. Top of the third, and Andy Pettitte has settled down. He's now pitching well. He has strikeouts, and the relief pitchers have been sat down in the bullpen. And Pettitte letting his frustration out with the bats, just like Brandon Webb. How about our pitchers? Andy Pettitte gets a hit, and we got RBI opportunities. That's going to be a dirt ball, and oh my goodness, some bad base running. No idea what happened there. But the runner at second is going to get thrown out, and not that it mattered anyway, because that would have been a double play ball. And the San Francisco Giants and Aaron Cook have a shutout going still. Bottom fourth, Nick Swisher is up to bat. We have a runner on first base. 0-1 count. Swisher hits into an incredible double play. Once more on replay. Caught, tags the base. And that's out, and that's been the story of the Houston Astros day so far. Aaron Cook launches one out. Ronnie Cedeno, the shortstop, will run all the way to center field and steal that one away from Ichiro. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. Ryan Howard. Can he get some kind of run production for the Houston Astros? It has not been there. Well, he will get on base. So runners will be aboard on second and first, and with one swing of Jorge Posada's bat, the Astros could be right back in this baseball game, and Posada swings on one out of the zone, and he will go back to the dugout. Now 2 outs. Nick Swisher is up. He is 0 for 2 today. What can Swisher do? Oh, is that going to be RBI? It looks like it will be. Yes, Nick Swisher, RBI. Coming in to score is DeRosa. And the Houston Astros are on the scoreboard. Big hit by Nick Swisher. Mike Lowell is up next to bat, the third baseman. First pitch, it's a broken bat, and that's going to be an out. So unfortunate for the Astros, can't do much more damage. LaTroy Hawkins, who was warming up earlier in the first inning, is now coming in at relief for Pettit in the top of the seventh. So give Pettit credit. After giving up 4 runs in the inning, in the first inning, he settles down to make it to the 7th. But Hawkins will come in, will give up an unearned run as Pettit had left runners on the corners before he was pulled. So it's 5-1 San Francisco. Ronnie Cedeno, bottom of the first. Is Cedeno going to get us on the board? He's looking for 2. It's going to be an out, though. So nothing happening. 2 outs. Mark DeRosa is up for the Astros. RBI chance. Runners on first and second. DeRosa grounds out. Frustrating day for the Houston Astro batters. It has not been a very good, productive run series so far for the Astros, but Ryan Howard can change all of that. Going back, and caught just outside the warning track. Bottom 9th now, 2 outs. Craig Counsell, final opportunity for the Astros. It's scooped up by the closer, and that's an out, and that's game over. The Houston Astros will strand 9 batters. They have 10 hits, scored just 1 run, and that is the second time in this series they have been held to just 1 run. The Houston Astros bats embarrassingly bad in this opening series against the San Francisco Giants at home. Andy Pettit, 2 strikeouts, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, but again, give him credit for pitching 5 solid innings after a miserable first inning. So we'll simulate up to the Cubs series. As we said, we'll play 18 series, we'll simulate 54 series, and as we go through, we match what happens against the San Francisco Giants. We go 1-2 and 1-2 against the Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. So we have yet to win a series through our first 9 games of the season. And here's a look at our standings so far. Well, despite giving up Brandon Webb, the Rays are still doing all right. The White Sox dominating the Central despite the Alex Rodriguez-led Minnesota Twins. Mariners and Angels tied for first out west in the National League. That one's still kind of jumbled and up for grabs. The Nats lead the East at 7-2, the Marlins 2-8, and in the Central, the Astros are in last place, 3-6. Up next, we take on the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. So come on back for more Astros Fantasy Draft.